this book, I realized I have more forbidden books. There's 4 of them! Sorry, excuse the empty shelves, I'm sorting stuff out. But like, what is this one? In vain, he successfully passed from glances of loving sympathy to the excess of filth and lust. Who suffers in pursuit of desire? In a Parisian tavern, the Countess de la Jaune reveals her history to a young woman named Therese. A story in which the young girl and her sister fought a battle of morality. Set in a period before the French Revolution, Justine shows the battle of virtue versus vice, where learning your keep takes on fresh connections, and titled The Lady holds a lifetime of illicit secrets. Justine was the Marquis de Sade's first novel, written in 1787. While in prison for 2 weeks in Bastille, de Sade spent many years incarcerated on charges of poisoning and sodomy, yet was eventually indicted for blasphemy and obscenity at the behest of Napoleon Bonaparte. Arrested and charged without trial for Justine or the misfortunes of virtue, de Sade was declared insane, despite Justine being one of the more moderate examples of his literary legacy. I can't remember how... It's definitely something. So this one will be a little one. Oh, this one's slightly bigger than the Flea story. So this one's 217 pages. Right. So we got that one. Stay. My Secret Life of Walter, I assume. When I found in my room there was no opportunity for peeping, I changed it as soon as I could. This one's a little thicker. Would you undress with the curtains open? Welcome to the secret world of Walter, a diary of one man's obsession with the opposite sex. A champagne-drinking Victorian traveller, Walter is luscious, obnoxious, and possessed of an insatiable sexual appetite. There are a broad catalogue of indecent scenarios with maids, widows, and wenches. He solicitates an indulgent exploitation of the flesh. My Secret Life and his explicit memoir of unspoken desires in the English class system, encapsulating the joy of hidden sins in an age of moral fervour. Only 6 copies of My Secret Life was originally printed in 1888. Attempts to republish the book resulted in the novel being repeatedly banned, claiming to have slept with 1,200 women from 27 countries. Including everyone in Europe, Walter is often referred to as the English Casanova, although the author's true identity will still remain a mystery. So this is technically a banned book. I love when I find banned books. So how many pages is this one? 286, so slightly bigger. No pun intended. For a freaking away like a meal, then we paused and looked at our pricks. Cool. Cool. Like, okay, and then we got this one. Clearly I was halfway through it before I shelved it. The Way of a Man with a Maid. The sight of a mirror of her struggles simulated me. Do the best things come to the woman that waits? Jack has built a special place in a padded room of an old lunatic asylum named the Snuggery. Of course. Filled with ropes, cushions, straps, and feathers, he chooses Alice to complete the decoration. Imprisoned against her will, she is teased into submission, and in moments of passion, when Jake names her his wife, Alice finally surrenders her maidenhead, submitting to the power of his unbridled lust. The Way of a Man with a Maid is a foray into pleasure, pain, lesbianism, and etiquette told from the viewpoint of a quintessential Edwardian gent. It's always men. The Way of a Man with a Maid first appeared in the Parisian journals around the turn of the century. It reveals the dark underbelly of human sexuality, but mysteriously for classic books, its initial publication date is still unknown. Widely acknowledged as a defining example of its genre, the author remains anonymous. What page was I up to? Oh, let's see if I can do this. Jesus. Why did I shelf? God, the bookmark is stuck. You see, I was using a Twilight bookmark. That's even funnier. So, what was this one?
We're ready. Are you? Win your free Taylor tickets in minutes. Brisbane's Kiss.
But like, I'm not saying that the authors need to out themselves, because I'm pretty sure the authors are all now dead, except for that guy, he did out himself. But like, yeah, I learned a lot from pretty little forbidden books that I don't regret a thing from, because like, spicy has a place in the world of fiction. Even if it's sort of reality inspired. Yeah. Though this one must be like an early take of 50 Shades of Grey. Like, I know 50 Shades was inspired by Twilight, but like the way you read the synopsis, right? It reads like 50 Shades of Grey, but this one's going to be a little more changing of the pants needed. Yeah. Anyway, that'll show you my little finds.